In this video, we're going to be continuing our conversation on manifestation mishaps and answering the questions, why did I manifest something I didn't want? And why is the law of attraction not working for me? So I'm going to break down a powerful key ingredient in the manifestation process and with the law of attraction. Do you have a guess as to what this powerful ingredient is? Go ahead and type that guess down in the comments below. Aloha, beautiful souls. My name is Ryan of tranSOULution, and I am here to assist you on your spiritual journey of deep transformation and self-discovery. Now, I'm sure some of you have guessed what this powerful key ingredient is that works so well in the law of attraction and manifestation. And that is, dun 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 dun, emotions! You got me feeling emotions! Okay, I know I'm not Mariah Carey. So you may or may not have heard of this phrase before. Emotions are energy in motion. Now, whether or not you've heard of this phrase, go ahead and type it down in the comments below. Why? Because we need that to be retained inside your knowledge base so that we can build on it as we continue this conversation. So let me explain this phrase a little bit for you. Now, Albert Einstein said that everything is energy and that's all there is. So I'm energy, your energy, this laptop and mobile device is energy, everything is energy. I'm getting flashbacks to the Matrix now where I'm like seeing all these green glowing zeros and ones all over the place. Are you too? Now, aside from physical objects that we can see and that we can touch, what else is energy? Go ahead and take a guess. Okay, I bet you already guessed it. Correct. Emotions are energy. So now that we have that piece down, next up we have the law of conservation of energy. I promise this will all make sense in just a minute, so hang in there. Now, the law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed or converted from one form to another. So nothing truly disappears. It just takes on a different appearance, a different form. Are you getting an idea where this is going now? So looping it back around and tying it together, everything is energy. Yes? Therefore, emotions are energy. Yes? And energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So emotions cannot be created or destroyed, right? And lastly, these things, these emotions, simply change form. So how does this relate to our conversation on law of attraction and manifestation mishaps, you ask? In part 1, we talked about how if you're experiencing positive emotions, you attract positive things. And if you're focused or experiencing negative emotions, you're going to attract negative things. So another way to look at it is when you are experiencing positive emotions, you're going to attract those things that will have you feeling positive emotions. In other words, your positive emotions are transforming into those things that will continue to have you feeling positively. Does that make sense? And naturally, the opposite is true. So when you're feeling those negative emotions and you're experiencing them, what will happen is that those emotions will transform into things that you will continue to have negative responses to. So what that teaches us is that it is so important for you to be aware of your emotional states. So when you're doing things like writing in your manifestation journal, doing a visualization, or saying your affirmations, it's so important that you do those things when you're in a highly positive emotional state. Now, something to remember is that you are always attracting and always manifesting. You remember that part, right? So even when you're not doing your manifestation rituals like journaling, visualization, saying affirmations, You still have to be very aware of your emotional state because at those times, you're still manifesting, you're still attracting things. Does this all make sense? Now, one reason that you may be experiencing a manifestation mishap is that you were in some sort of negative emotional state before that mishap occurred. As I'm sure you know, manifestations often have a little bit of like a time lag, right? So you set that intention, you're feeling that emotion, and then that thing will manifest like, minutes later, hours, days, months, weeks, like maybe even years later. So let me ask you this. Can you go back in time and change your emotional state, like transform that moment you were feeling something negative? Well, okay, not so much. Not that easy to do. Well, I mean, unless you have some kind of time machine like the Avengers did in Avengers Endgame, then maybe you could. But what you can do, and where you do have a lot of power, is right here, right now, in the present moment. So you can feel these positive, powerful emotions here in the present, which will lay the groundwork for something powerful and positive and beautiful to manifest in your life, minutes from now, hours, days, months, years from now. Now, let me share a bonus tip before we wrap up this video. If you experience some kind of negative emotion and you want to shift to a positive emotional state so that you don't manifest a manifestation mishap later on down the road, what you can do is practice gratitude. Gratitude is a very powerful and effective way to shift out of a negative emotional state. So let's practice this real quick, okay? That way, when you're experiencing that negative emotional state, your mind will reflexively switch into that practice of gratitude without you putting too much thought into it. So I'd like you to type down one thing in the comments below that you are grateful for now, right here, in this moment. This one thing that you're giving gratitude for and creating this positive emotion to go with it is going to be that seed that you are planting for a beautiful, wonderful manifestation in the near future. I mean, doesn't that sound kind of nice, right? That if you just practice a moment of gratitude and type something down, that something wonderful is going to blossom out of that. I look forward to reading your comment on what you're grateful for. And if you enjoyed this content and you got anything out of it at all, please make sure to hit that like button and share this video with someone you know. And if you don't want to miss out on any of this content regarding law of attraction and manifestation, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications. Until next time, mahalos!